Combat Sidestroke CSS is without fins is going to be for the Naval Special Warfare screening test.
The reason why CSS is important is because it's used for clandestine operations, and it also saves energy. So when you use CSS, you're underwater a lot of the time, there's less splash, and really the only thing that's breaking the surface is your face to breathe.
Second reason that you do the side stroke is that it's very efficient, so you can swim long distances without tiring out. So those two things together is why Naval Special Warfare has that as a foundation coming out the other side and not being brushed from the swim, that you can still perform on the calisthenics and the run portion of the Naval Special Warfare screening test. I'm gonna walk through the Combat Sidestroke, the CSS, why it's important, points to performance, times to hit, and overall the whole point of why we do the side stroke. It's all about efficiency and proper, improper form. I want to go over the different points of performance to help you know what to look for and how to see the nuances of the stroke, because it can be somewhat challenging for new swimmers. We're going to start with the glide. You have a weak glide. You're going to have your hands apart. You might have your elbows bent, maybe your head's up as well, and you're staring forward and you're not actually looking down and giving yourself a nice tight position. Good proper position is going to be chin tucked, elbows locked, and biceps on your ears. Sound like the wall that you're reaching for is just outside your reach. You want to always be actively pressing forward in that glide position. And then remember to like you're pressing forward to touch that wall. It's just out of reach. Okay, so tell yourself that. Next is the kick. Improper form is going to be wide legs when they do a scissor, or they do a combination of like a frog kick or a dolphin kick, like a breaststroke kick with a flutter kick, and that looks like they think that that's a scissor kick. That's not that strong. Proper form would be nice and tight. Think about a giant stride. So if you were to step off the edge of the pool and into the water, you would take a giant stride forward. Your leg is going to bend, open, and close. Keep the legs tight.
It comes back like this, and then you want to really force it forward, right? So you're bringing it back with your glutes and forward with your quad and hip flexors. And this one is coming up from your hip flexor, out, and then down really hard like that.
Your stroke's going to be important because this is going to allow you to take a breath in. So you have your glide, you have your kick, and then your stroke. I'm on my left side, biceps on my ear. I'm going to open the window to take a breath in. So I'm going to pull with my top arm. As I'm pulling, I'm turning my head to take a breath. All you need is the side of your mouth. Take a breath. A mistake happens when you do a long pull on top and a long pull on the bottom, and now you've stalled yourself out in the water. The stroke can be quick, snappy. Pull it nice and strong, aggressive, and snappy. The glide portion should be 2 seconds. The punch forward and the scissor combined at the same time, exactly the same time, give you the distance for the 2-second glide. While you're gliding, for those 2 seconds, that's when you're exhaling. So you exhale. If you need a hum to keep your mouth an active airway, you can do that. Okay, so if you need a hum or whatever you need to do, just try to keep that, because right now you're waiting to the last second to do a, and like that over and over and over of quick exhale, quick inhale is gonna raise your heart rate. And you hold your breath too long, you're gonna be breathing up here, and eventually you're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna jack your heart rate up. The goal, crossing the pool, is gonna be 4 to 6 strokes across 25-yard pool.
Think about why we do CSS, right? It's clandestine and it's to not be seen, right? If you're doing freestyle, right, you can see that because you're splashing, your arms are coming out. So think about that when you're kicking in that position, that you don't want to be seen.
If you're new to it, your first goal is going to be a 10, 30, 500 yard. That's going to be your first checkpoint. Average score is going to be a 930. So once you hit this, it shows that you're learning. This shows that you've put in the time. A sub 9 is your ultimate goal. And that means you focused on the technique, the nuances, and you've put the work in. You should have enough conditioning if you were to have a 10:30 swim to still crush calisthenics and run. The progression for the Combat Sidestroke is we start out in the pool, we practice technique rounds, then we work our way to a 500-yard swim, without stopping. And then we focus on adding the fins and working to a 1,000-meter swim. Eventually, you should be able to do 2 nautical miles with fins on in the open water before you show up at selection. If you need help learning Combat Sidestroke, myself and the coaching team will evaluate your form, video feedback for you, give you some feedback on your form. We'll work on technique, points, performance, or come train with me in person at one of our events. And we'll focus on technique, we'll work on the conditioning, and we'll help get you faster in the water.